My name is Mike Grandinetti, and I have the dual distinction of being both the Chief Marketing and Strategy Officer at Reduxio Systems, and I've also had the distinction of being a professor for 20 years. So this is now my 8th consecutive venture capital-backed startup. And so I've been doing business with Gartner for 25 years. Most of you know Gartner? Gartner is sort of the gold standard in the IT industry analysis space, right? For many, many years, Gartner would say, don't do business with startups. They're too fragile. They're too risky. Wait until they scale. Gartner is not saying that anymore. Okay? IDC is not saying that anymore, right? We're seeing a dramatic, and I mean a dramatic shift in attitude from those firms whose business it is to guide organizations to buy technology and to make wise purchase decisions. Okay? And that's exactly because of everything we've talked about up until this point. Okay? Things are moving too quickly. My next door neighbor works for Procter & Gamble. She's a technology scout. She travels all over the world, and what she tells me during backyard barbecues is, we won't work with IBM anymore. We won't work with Hewlett-Packard anymore. Not that they're bad companies, okay? They cannot move at the pace we need them to move at in order for us to establish competitive advantage in our businesses, period. Her job is to go out and find innovative technology companies that can drive competitive advantage within P&G's manufacturing and business operations, okay? So, Jack Welch, when the rate of change on the outside exceeds that on the inside, the end is near. Buckle up and get in the crash position, okay? So, what Reduxio has determined, right, and we can spend some time talking about this both here and in the booth, is that the way that storage was created was fundamentally broken. The complexity required, the amount of administrative burden required to manage separately a variety of components, primary storage, secondary storage, the administrative burden of working with the need to do backups, the need to do snapshots, the need to do all kinds of perimeter defense, right? All of those things were uniquely frustrating, error-prone, and time-consuming. So what Reduxio came up with was an idea: what if we started with a clean sheet of paper and we threw out everything that everybody believed needed to be done around backup, okay? Now, many people love the notion of time travel, right? And I'm sure most of you have seen these classic American comedies, Back to the Future, and probably one of the greatest cultural exports of America of all time, the Academy Award-winning film, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, right? You saw this? This is brilliance, right? This is culture at its best, okay? So we've all been fascinated with time travel. And so the question becomes, what if Reduxio could help our users time travel? What if we could allow you to no longer be burdened by the tyranny of time, okay? Now, what we know, of course, is that in order to be able to time travel, you need a machine. You might need a DeLorean, you might need a really cool UK phone booth, but you need something, okay? And when we decided we wanted to go do this, we walked out to the investors and we said, we're going to completely redefine, re-architect what storage, what data storage, data management, data protection is. And they said, it's impossible. And we quoted our hero, Muhammad Ali. Said impossible is nothing, okay? It's nothing. Recently, just on Monday, we announced that we were awarded one of many patents, but probably the most significant patent, a patent which allows for a time continuum of data retrieval, something that we call backdating, okay? We built a time machine. And the time machine is pretty cool on the outside, but of course all of the intelligence, which is within our Time OS operating system, is where all the utility derives from. And there are many use cases. One of the most significant today, of course, is the ability to recover from ransomware attacks. So James Gordon, Needham Bank, our customers of ours, James got up at a recent event, talked about the importance of protecting yourself from ransomware. One of our recent customers, the Barnstable Police Department, Barnstable, Massachusetts, was subjected to a ransomware attack. It's a 200 sworn officer police force. They were able to recover from that attack, right? Their recovery point objective was about 22 minutes. They lost about 1 minute of data. The recovery time objective was about 20 minutes. So think about everything you've read in the press about ransom being extracted from companies whose systems have been encrypted. And think about how painful that would be to recover from. The days or weeks or more to recover from a ransom attack. Reduxio gives you the ability to laugh at the ransom attacker, not have to worry about paying ransom, and bringing your operations back and running online literally in less than an hour. Okay? So some of the other use cases that Reduxio, I don't know why this thing keeps popping up. So some of the other use cases that Reduxio winds up supporting because of this unique architecture is the ability to instantly recover from the failure of virtual desktops or virtual servers, where you can bring these back up literally by dragging and dropping and remounting volumes in a matter of seconds. If you're running a dev test environment, we've had some of our customers blow away their software configuration managers, and we've been able to allow them to recover from those potentially previously fatal errors in a matter of minutes. Okay? So if you think about what we've done, we've taken the notion of disruption. We give you the same kind of user experience that you would find on an Uber app, or you would find on an Airbnb app. We've got a consumer-like user interface. You don't have to be a trained systems administrator or storage engineer. You don't have to go through training with Reduxio. Okay? The system is incredibly intuitive. You don't have to manage the incredibly burdensome process of snapshotting or backing up. The system does all of that for you automatically, and you can go back to any second in time at whatever level of granularity you need to recover your data, regardless of where it might be, anywhere in the world. You can tier to SSDs, you can tier to spinning disks, and you can tier to the cloud. Okay? You no longer have to invest in both primary and secondary storage and backup systems. It's all unified in one single architecture with Reduxio.